James Ernest of the Gruel and Truth Radio Network here with professional comic writer James Haick. James, what originally got you interested in comic books?
Oh man, it dates back to when I was a little boy. My friends really got into actual comic cards. It was, I believe, Marvel's first trading card where they would, they'd do someone like the Hulk, and then they would, on the back of the card, it would have wins and losses, first appearances, key battles. And just kind of got into it. I was always a big baseball fan, baseball card collector, and that started it. And I was like, I want to read these battles. And then from there, that was like when I was 8. And it kind of manifested from there. And it's where the love started, and it's continued to grow 30 plus years later.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say, and I think I know which ones you're talking about. They were the yellow bordered cards?
Yeah. Well, some of them were white border, if I remember correctly. It was called Marvel Universe Series 1, and then came out with a Series 2. And believe me, Series 2, they got rid of the whole, battles won and losses, and I was a little disappointed. But yeah, that's what started, man.
Awesome. What was the first comic book you remember reading?
The first one, it's a Web of Spider-Man. My favorite characters are Iron Fist and Moon Knight, and it had Moon Knight, and it was basically like a Batman, but instead of like a blue or gray or black, he had like a white aspect, and he was like a schizophrenic superhero. And I actually got to meet the artist who did that first comic, just unbeknownst to me, I think last year at MegaCon. But I can't remember the number. I think I want to say it's Web Spider-Man 88. That was my first book, and then from there I was just hooked. Absolutely hooked. Kind of how I got hooked in wrestling, too, which is a good segue.
Oh, definitely.
Wrestling is kind of like the real life superheroes and supervillains, at least when I was growing up back in the 80s. Of course, you had Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and the bad guys, and it was just like a natural progression from comic books to wrestling. Yeah. And both have, my love for both, there's been ups and downs, but still grow strong today.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, wrestling just, like you said, has the heroes and the villains. And actually the interesting thing, of course, with your book goes into the behind the scenes of it. Because let's be honest, as much as Hulk Hogan is a hero, Terry is probably a villain in real life.
When you look at stuff, it's just fascinating. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and there's some really popular ones right now. One is Something I Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, who was there during the whole 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Just about the backstage stuff and how a lot of guys were pivoting for position on their place on the card, and it's fascinating. It's like a real life, soap opera, both on the screen and behind the scenes. Exactly. And a lot of times reality is more interesting than the fiction that they're trying to portray on the television. It's pretty wild.
Oh, very true. Yeah. I was going to say, Brother Love with his experience. I mean, shoot, he's got a lot of access to some really great stories from his time in the WWE and then in TNA over the last year.
Yeah. And I've been, I travel a lot for doing lots of conventions and a lot of drive time, and it's the stories that I hear, from those podcasts, with Bruce Pritchard and Chris Jericho, I listened to quite a bit of them. I had a lot of time. They're just awesome, man. That's kind of what made me want to write a wrestling book. And, just kind of what I love about it, kind of portray it to the general audience. And my main goal is not just to attract, obviously, the wrestling fans, but also to try to, at the very least, let the normal audience understand why we are wrestling fans, because a lot of people are like, why do you like that? It's terrible. And some of it really is terrible. I mean, when you look at it, you're like, wow, I am. I'm sure as a wrestling fan, we've all more than once questioned, why am I watching this?
Yeah, there are some times that, you were just like, there was a turkey in the egg, which could have been worse, because originally they wanted to put the Undertaker in the egg, which would have been awful.
That was going to be a big introduction, but then there's times when you're just like, yes, I bet if I showed this match or this angle, this is why I'm a wrestling fan. You could show the same people that.
And they would totally get it.
When it's good, it's great.
Yeah,
and when it's bad, it's bad. Oh boy, is it bad. So, that's kind of where the dream started, and really where whole thing stretches out to where a lot of the characters that I created in this book um, came from was my love for wrestling video games too. While I was in college, my roommate, myself, Trevor, we we were both very creative, and we created our own like fake wrestling league based on the created characters on PlayStation 1, WWF Warzone. And we created a lot of these characters, and we had like battles, and it was hysterical, the stuff that we would come up with. I mean, so funny. And I've taken a lot of those characters that we created way back then, and their realistic approach, some of the main characters of the story that I've written. So, very excited to share the world with a wrestling federation that all started from a created character from WWF Warzone.
Exactly. Actually, the really cool thing is, with the new games, the 2K series, you can go in there, create those characters, and then fans around the world can download them.
Oh, see, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, what got us between the first one and the second one, we weren't as into the second one. I don't remember what the second one was called. But the creative character got more comprehensive. And it was actually a bad thing, because then you're spending all day doing it. Whereas, I don't know if you recall, but on that first one, you could only pick, you basically pick your charisma strength, something, 5 different categories. And then you pick the moveset of some existing wrestlers, and you got to create a costume. It was very simplistic, but the simplicity really allowed us to get more creative, forced us to become more creative. And, it was great stuff, and I hope to reveal a lot of the cool storylines that we created in the book as it comes out. But we've got a lot of really positive feedback on it. It seems kind of like what I suspected, that, the cross of wrestling fans and comic book fans are a lot of the same people. Mm-hmm. So I really, my publisher as well, we have high hopes for the book. It's our binge imprint. It's a new imprint, and this is going to be the launch title for it. We're releasing number 0, and then we go straight to trade with the season 1, and kind of doing season formats, and then for season 2 we'll release another issue 1, and then the trade right after that. It kind of, we call it binge, because that's pretty much how people are watching their television these days, is all at once, really. They binge it. So that's kind of in a nutshell what the book is about, or really where it started, I should say, not necessarily what it's about. But the artist on the book is the same artist that I have my other title called Solar Flare, which we're in season 3 now, which is 15 issues in. And we decided to kind of do this together. He's a wrestling fan as well, and it's exciting, man.
So is that Branko? Or Branko?
Branko Jovanovic. He's from Serbia. Heck of a nice guy. We've been working together now for years. He seems to, whatever I'm thinking, man, he gets me, because there's very little changes I recommend after I give up a description of the panel, but I'm like, no, I wasn't thinking this. He kind of nails it pretty much every time. 95% of the time. It's wild.
That is awesome.
He's coming out, I believe, in late July. Mm-hmm. We're going to have quite a few variant covers for the book. A couple of comic groups and comic stores are doing their own exclusive covers, and it's going to be very exciting. If you go to scoutcomics.com or follow us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/scoutcomics, we constantly update there, and you'll find the spots if you're interested in either pre-ordering, because that's available now, or to pick up the regular cover, or some of the variants. We'll have them on our website as well.
Sounds great. I don't want to give away too much from the first episode, but in reading it, there was a part of it that reminded me of a discussion I had with Al Snow the other day about like real, like when your guy talks about old Yeller, that kind of thing. Al did the exact same analogy. He's like Guardians of the Galaxy or the Marvel. No one says that's fake. No one says, when you go to a play, it's fake. No one says, and it was really cool because it reminded me of that conversation I had with him when I was reading it.
Very cool. Now that you've read it, I mean, it's basically my love letter to the industry. It's me defending a lot of that issue. Is me defending through the character Evan Dandy, who's the main character of the story, who's kind of transcended wrestling in the book. he movies, plays, exactly. That's so cool that you said about us now that he basically said the same thing. Yeah, it's that's what we want to enjoy. You got to suspend disbelief. And if it's good storytelling, whether it be in a meme or both, it's awesome. There's nothing better.
Yeah, I was going to say, not that I, want to imply that it's, likeness to anybody in particular, but he has his own show. He's a pop icon. He's got an attitude and a temper issue. The only thing he's missing is a rock band, I believe.
Yes. I mean, there's...
Oh, and then the size.
This character was created so long ago, and the name, actually, my favorite, one of my favorite bands, his name is Evan Dandy.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite bands growing up was the Lemonheads, and the lead singer is Evan Dando. So that's kind of my
that's cool.
nod to the cat, Evan Dando.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to say, because when I was reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so Jericho. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I've heard CM Punk. People say like a very CM Punk anti-establishment.
A little bit. Yeah,
and it's funny that you say Jericho because he was the first podcast that I listened to. And that's somebody who I really look up to, man. Like, he constantly, like, Mr. Entrepreneur, having being a rock star and a wrestler.
Oh, yeah, he's always got
businesses.
something.
I mean, the podcast, like, Mongol that he is now, and, like, he's about helping his friend. Dude, really look up to the guy, man. So that's pretty cool that that's who you got from that. From reading the book.
Yeah, and he definitely does things the right way, like you said, with the business and taking care of the other wrestlers. And then, I want to say like October, he's got a cruise that he started.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. It's pretty cool.
That'll be
It's very tempting to go on, I'll tell you that. Especially, I'm in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about, I think it's out of Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yeah, so you're right there anyway.
Yeah. Real close, but, I'm just too busy, man. It's tough to break away from family. I mean, it's very tough enough to all the convention stuff that I do. And I run my own financial service practice down here in Florida as well, and just become a partner in my publisher. So a lot of big things have been happening in my life. A lot of good things, but doesn't leave a lot of time for cruises, unfortunately. And that one sounds like a fun one.
Oh, damn.
The first wrestling match on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
How does this book compare to your others?
A lot of my others, like Solar Flare is kind of my pride and joy. It's my passion project. And that's how I initially became, it was picked up, I self-published on Kickstarter individually, the first 6 issues, and then Scout came along and republished the first 6 and then continuing the story. It's ongoing. There's probably going to be if everything works the way it's been working, at least 6 or 7 seasons. And I like real stuff, man. Like, I like reality-based stories, not necessarily superhero. I do love a good superhero story, but stories I want to tell are more reality-based. So Solar Flare, for example, is like a cross between Walking Dead and that old TV show Revolution, where Solar Flare hits, wipes out all the power, and the main character of the story and a group of friends have to travel from Florida to Tennessee to reunite with their family. And as you can imagine, society unravels quite quickly when there's no power. So that's my pride and joy, and done a lot of research. And what made me really start writing comics, just initially, because I've read so many, and I've purchased so many over my lifetime, but there's a famous author named Malcolm Gladwell, who basically said, if you spent more than 10,000 hours at something, you're technically an expert. So that made me reflect on my life. Like, what have I spent a lot of hours doing? 1, reading comic books. 1, playing baseball. That's another big thing that I eventually want to do a baseball book. The other thing is watching wrestling or reading about wrestling. So to me, those are the natural segues to the stories I want to tell, just because I know a lot about them. I'm not saying I'm an expert at it by any means, but I do know a lot, and hopefully that will help me tell a good story. So knock on wood.
Yeah, I know what you mean. As a wrestling fan, same thing, probably around the same amount of time, since, before WrestleMania 1 and all. you feel that connection, you feel that relationship with wrestling, and you want to share that with the world. And like you said, sometimes you show people, and you can show them the greatest thing, and sometimes you show people, and you're like, maybe I don't want to show that part to y'all.
I think the greatest compliment I got was when my wife hates wrestling. She just can't stand it, doesn't understand it. But I had to read the book because she's kind of, I want to convert. Maybe, I mean, that's unrealistic a lot of times, but that's my kind of goal for this story, is to convert. She really likes it. She's like, oh my God, good. She's like, I kind of understand a little bit more why you like wrestling. I still don't get it, but I get it more. I was like, that's a huge compliment to me.
Exactly.
So that's my goal, is at least have the general public understand why we love it. And hopefully, yeah, I have a lot of cool marketing ideas I want to do behind it, but it hasn't been the greatest product lately. Wrestling in general, and I wish it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all do, but
Late there's been some problems. Yeah, I was going to say, if it doesn't have New Japan tied to it, it's been rough.
Or NXT. NXT has been amazing.
They've done, yeah.
Watching.
But they've brought not all of them, but they brought a lot of the guys that made NXT how great it was. They brought them up to the main roster, and then they screwed them up.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. But it gives you hope that, I think on a grand scale, Vince McMahon gets it, but I think he's lost a lot of touch, but I really think Triple H gets it.
Oh, yeah.
Triple H. And, just seeing how, because that's some heavy roster turnover that they've had constantly in NXT, and they constantly put on a good product. I mean, there's some, it makes me feel good about the future, because he's basically the heir apparent. We all can agree that. And if he's given full control, I really think we're going to go through another golden age. I truly do.
Exactly, because
I mean, that guy's another guy who I look up to, because just reading about the Performance Center, and what's so crazy, I went to school at University of Central Florida, which is in Orlando, and I lived 2 blocks from where the Performance Center is now. And again, being a huge wrestling fan, I graduated in 2002, so I was long gone by the time the Performance Center actually became in existence. But yeah, just the fact that how he presented this business plan with this PowerPoint presentation of Vince McMahon to actually get a Performance Center created, and just comparing it to NFL, how they have these training facilities and wrestlers should have the same thing, and what it is now, it's a pretty incredible story.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, Paul is definitely bringing it actually back to wrestling, because that's one of the things that, unfortunately, the issue with WWF nowadays is, and I want to say it was Joey Styles who brought this up, was how they're not allowed to use a lot of the terms anymore. They're not wrestlers, they're sports entertainers. Yeah, belts, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I think the last really good match I saw was the ladder match at the last takeover again. Was just, I mean, it was incredible. And I think you look at the main card and you watch it, and it doesn't matter. Wins and losses, they don't build. I'm a slow burn type of writer and a slow burn type of fan. I like stories to have a longer build, because I feel that they mean more. But I can understand why they go the way they go right now, because of the generation we're in, which is basically instant gratification. But can you imagine if they properly built the Nakamura versus AJ, instead of now having it every week? It doesn't mean as much, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, they put that, I mean, it's a great match, but you can't put it on every night, and why are you so obsessed with AJ's testicles? I don't get it.
I just don't get it, and I don't know.
Yeah, because Nakamura is a great performer. You don't need him to have a stupid gimmick when he's already got so much talent.
Yeah. I think it was the right move for them turning him bad, though.
Oh, yeah, him being heel is great. Yeah, no, that part's, I agree with you 100%, but it's more just how he's being heel. Now if he was more, evil as opposed to just kind of goofy evil, it's just...
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Kind of like what he was in New Japan.
Oh, yeah, he was a monster over there. It was just phenomenal.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just look at it, it's controlling, and there's so many more things that starter businessmen to me that go into simply just turning a guy bad or good. looking at the John Cena thing, like, I honestly think if they turn John Cena bad, it's going to be the equivalent of when they turned Hulk Hogan back in the 90s. And I just don't know why they haven't. And supposedly what I've read has something to do with merchandise sales and all this other stuff. But, yeah, I just don't get it. I really think that's like a ace up their sleeve, so to speak.
Yeah, the merchandise
sales. And you know how
with you.
Roman Reigns would be if they turned him bad, too? I mean, people already booing. I mean, it's
Yeah,
because of the
that one definitely makes a lot of sense, the Roman Reigns thing, because like you said, he's already, in the fans' mind, he's already a heel. Actually, but, and then the John Cena thing, I agree with you, because the merch, no matter what, good or bad, his merch would sell. Actually, his merch might sell better as a heel.
Different demographic, in my opinion, right?
Exactly.
Like right now it's the kids, and then it would be more the adults who would buy the bad guy stuff, you know?
The only thing that makes any sense with that is just his dedication to that Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, I mean, what a good dude. It's just unreal.
And I just would hate to see that momentum of what he did.
And Hogan before him, I mean, that was the big thing with Hogan. Hogan was, prior to that, like, Cena was, like, huge in that Make-A-Wish Foundation. What a good cause that is. That's just, yeah, John Cena's I mean, that's just incredible, the work that he does with that foundation.
Exactly. Yeah. Anytime when they can give back to such an important cause as that is great, and that's another one of those things about wrestling that when they get it, it just makes such a big difference.
Oh, it does. It's just great. So I still think there's definitely some potential out there, and I hope just as a fan to see it come to fruition. And like so many ideas. Like I'd love to write wrestling. I just that would be that's kind of another dream of mine. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I'm not really. I don't know. And from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like the greatest thing as of right now. But just coming up with like simple storylines. Like, and I hate the excuse, to be honest. Like, there's just too much TV, too much time. Too many slots to fill. That's why the stories suffer. I disagree. I think you could come up with plans from no matter where you were on the roster. If you're a low-level guy to a big-level guy, you can create meaningful things. I know there's a lot of pressure because you have to do it every week. But, I mean, that's why you have a team of people, and that's what you do. So, sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. I know it's a lot harder than
it's all good.
I imagine.
You mentioned.
But as you can see, I'm a big fan, and that's what I put a lot of this fandom into the books that I'm producing. And I'm really excited to finally share it with the world.
Awesome. And you said that's in June or July?
It comes out in late July, correct.
Late July.
And right now, up until May 24th, you can pre-order it using diamond code May 18, 1968. That's the previous order code. So what's big in the comic industry is essentially you pre-order books 2 to 3 months ahead of time. And you take that code and you bring it to your comic store because that tells the publisher how many they should print. So pre-orders are kind of what make and break the business. So if anyone's out there and support your local comic shop, go on out there and say, hey, listen, I want All In Pro Wrestling #0. And again, the code is May 18, 1968. And they'll order it for you.
Sounds
but
good.
Stay tuned. Again, like I said, on your website, we'll have a lot of different variant covers. We're doing this homage cover to the famous Superman versus Muhammad Ali cover. Ooh. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that. It was done by the great Neil Adams. It has Superman and Muhammad Ali about to box, standing in the middle of the ring. So this local comic group is doing it. We're basically taking our characters, the two talk show hosts, about to battle it out, and we're doing a homage to that great piece of art. So that'll be one of the many that we have.
Awesome. So it sounds like you're doing a lot with the marketing, like you said, the different covers. With your Survivor, or with the Solar Flare, you have a Survivor bag. Any cool swag like that for your pro wrestling or long lived?
You know what? I haven't really thought of it yet. That's a great idea. Any suggestions? I haven't really thought about that. That's a good idea. I mean, swag is what sells. What do they say? The merch table.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know there's a really cool company, OYO. They make custom Legos. And maybe having custom Legos of the different characters would be cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, that's Awesome. Well, thanks for that idea. I'm going to start brainstorming on that because that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what would be great is the old wrestling buddies. Remember those from the 80s?
Oh, that would be Bleacher Creatures. They have those for pro sports. They could probably do something cool like that.
Oh, that's cool. What are they called? Creatures?
Bleacher Creatures, yes. Yep.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, those are really cool. And then, of course, with wrestling, wrestling shirts are always huge.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, of course, I'm going to throw a plug to, like I mentioned, Al Snow before. He's got his own clothing line now, Color and Elbow. That's really neat. In the
very cool. Dude, when he was the coach of the Tuckanuts, like when he did the whole, the circle game, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you mean.
The circle underneath your waist, and if they look at it, you get to punch him.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that, but it was one of the funniest things. That guy sounds like he's quite the sense of humor.
Oh,
but
yeah,
after we saw that back in college, we did that, me and a group of friends, still to this day do the circle game, thanks to Al Snow.
Nice. So,
Yeah,
how much are the books going for?
So, cover price is $3.99. A lot of times, if you pre-order, you get a discount. Some stores do anywhere from 5 to 15, 20%. Really just depends on where you go. But and then we plan on releasing the trade probably in the next few months. I just want to get the number 1 issue out there, the number 0 out there, get people excited about it, and then another little teaser book, as we call them, ash cans, little previews for original material. I do that in February, and then it'll be released shortly thereafter, the whole trade, which will be like 100 plus pages, 160.
Sounds great. You mentioned before about your team being your fellow your artist. Who else has been a part of the process?
The comic book, it's pretty. I've read so many of them before I actually got into the industry. I didn't realize how much was put into the development of a comic book. So you have your writer and your artist. And a lot of times the artist, you have a penciler and then an inker. For both of my books, they do both. They do the same. They do the pencils and the inks. But then you have a colorist. Then you have a letterer, someone who puts all the letters in the script. And then an editor, too, which any good, in my opinion, any inspiring writer should have an editor. It's always good to have those non-biased eyes. And, so my team, Courtney Whittemore is my editor. In this particular book, it's Song Yi. He's from China. He did the first 6 issues of Solar Flare and did this issue of Long Live Pro Wrestling. And the letterer is D.C. Hopkins, who's a huge letterer in the industry. Just a great guy. You become very close to your team because you put a lot of labor into these books that we try to produce every month.
Sounds great. If before I let you go, if fans are wanting to follow you on social media and learn more about you and your books, where should they follow you at?
Big in Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/Long Live Pro Wrestling, and we have a page up there. Give us a like and a share. Again, Scout Comics, same thing with Facebook/Scout Comics or ScoutComics.com. And I also have my other book, Solar Flare. You can go to SolarFlareComic.com, and a lot of stuff is for sale. All of the stuff that I do. I have that. I have another book coming out same month called The Mall, which takes place in the 80s, the height of the indoor mall popularity, where a group of kids inherit. He illegally rents stores after the head of this criminal organization passes away. So it's kind of like a John Hughes movie meets Goodfellas. That book's coming out in July as well. So July is a pretty big bump for me.
Oh,
but
wow.
you can go to any one of those sites. Twitter's at James Haick, H-A-I-C-K.
So,
and, a lot of fun stuff this summer.
So, yeah.
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was going to say, it sounds like you've been quite busy with the different titles.
Oh, yeah, it's been great, though, man. I'm, again, blessed and living the dream. I'm excited to be in this industry. And again, to proclaim my love for the wrestling industry by finally releasing this book. I mean, because this has been a long time coming. That type of book pretty much finished and scripted for the past 2 years. So now it just seems like the right time. Kind of kept it in my back pocket. And, it's finally see it come out. It's going to be awesome.
Sounds great. I'd like to thank our guest, James Haick, for being on the show today. Thank you, James.
No problem. Again, thank you for having me anytime. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work.